But the actual cost is 5.85. It's good or bad?
That's good. Overestimated and spent left.
Junpei, are you here?
Yes, sir.
So I'm waiting your comment.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's put it into this way. You estimated at the start of the year that your manufacturing overhead rate gonna be 6.70, predetermining overhead rate. At the end of the year, you find out the actual overhead is 5.85. It is good or bad? Coco.
It's good because you saved money from your from what you forecasted.
You said good, right?
Yes.
Answer is we cannot say it's good
bad.
or bad.
But
Why?
you're saving money on the cost, no?
Yeah, it looks like that, but it is not. Why? Because this cost is based on 20,000 labor hours. And this cost is based on, based on 21,000. So you cannot compare 6.7 with 5.8 because the base is different. You get my idea?
Yes.
You cannot compare apple with the mango. You need to compare apple to apple, right? If you want to compare 6.7 with 5.8, base must be equal. So that's why here comes the second step. That I'm about to explain, this one. So we based here 6.7 is coming from 20,000 base, 20,000 labor hours, right? So what would be our estimation based on actual activity? Actual activity is 21,000, right? So overhead applied would be based on 21,000 rather than 20,000. So that we can find out that now, so that we can find out whether this 123,900 is good or bad. So look at here now. Reread this question again one more time. Harris Fabrics compute its predetermining overhead rate annually on the basis of direct labor hours. At the beginning of the year, it estimated that the total manufacturing overhead would be 134,000. And at the end of the year, their manufacturing overhead is 123,900. So if you are a layman, you would say that they estimated 134,000 and their actual cost is 123,900. You would say that very, very good. But the answer is wrong, because this 134,000 is based on 20,000 and this 123,900 is based on 21,000. So you cannot compare 134,000 with 123,000. Right, guys? You understand my point? This is a very small but very important point. Subhan, Ali, Coco, Junpyo, you understand my point?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Junpyo,
Yes, sir.
Coco,
Yes, understood.
good. So for that one, because this is our actual, 123,900 is our actual. So now real comparison would be actual to actual. So 123,900 is based on 21,000. What would be our estimation based on 21,000? Then we can say that whether we underperform or whether we overperform. Because we cannot trust on 124,000. Why? Because it is based on 20,000 units, right? So that is our next logical step that we are explaining here. So what is our POHR? Simple. 134,000 divided by 20,000, answer would be 6.7. So can we compare this 6.7? Answer is no. Why? Because this 6.7 is based on 20,000 and our actual is based on 21,000. So it is useful? No. Let's make it useful. You just multiply it with actual activity. Actual activity is 21,000. And now you can compare the result. What is the result here? Let me just. So 6.7 multiplied by 21,000. Answer is 1,40700. Now, what does it mean? If the company estimated based on 21,000, the estimated gonna be 14700 and their actual is 123,900. Now you can say that it is good or bad. Their estimate was 14700. Now they utilize the cost 123,900. Now you can say that company outperform. Company uses less cost. Company is efficient. This is good for the company because both are based on 21,000. This is also based on 21,000, right? So how we calculate the overhead applied? First we calculate POHR. We multiply it with actual activity, actual base. We find out the estimated overhead applied based on actual activity. Here we go. So in order to find out POHR of peer company, the company estimated that their yearly manufacturing overhead is 640,000 based on 160 direct labor hours. So per direct labor hour is 4. So if before going into the production of making wooden crates, right, they actually go into the predetermined overhead rate. So overhead rate is based on manufacturing direct labor hours. So direct labor hours spent to make the crates, to make this job, 8 hours are used. 4 is the predetermined overhead rate. So 32 would be your overhead in this one. So you see summary here. See summary. Direct material is 116, which is coming from here. Direct labor is $88 coming from here. And manufacturing overhead is 32 coming from here. So the total cost is going to be, the total cost is going to be 236. The units completed 2, so 236 divided by 2 per unit cost is 118. right? So let's see that. The total direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead costs assigned to job 143, job 143 is 236. Is 236. So you see here 236. So the completed units are 2. We just calculated the completed units are 2. It means average cost is going to be 118. Right? This is how we do job order costing. But remember, in this 118, this is based on applied manufacturing overhead, not the actual one, right? Because actually is going to be coming at the end of the period, because utility bills are coming after a month, right? Not the same day. How many grease that you applied for machinery, that cost is coming after some time. You pay salary to the watch guard, to the security person, you need to pay them after the month. How many extra time he worked, what will be the cost, is like that. All the data is coming from after the period. But this is based on applied. So this is 118 is based on applied or estimated manufacturing overhead, right? Now, take a picture. I'm going to set up the breakout room activity. And all you need to do, this is a group activity. And remember, the group activity rule is you must turn on your video, okay? And you need to discuss among yourself. For those who are watching online, I'm going to be stopping the video here. And I will be resume after we finish the breakout room activity. Okay, class, welcome back after the breakout room activity. I have received your answer. So let's just read that and see the solution here. So we have Luton Company uses a predetermined overhead rate. Predetermined overhead rate based on direct labor hours. So there was 11,000 estimated direct labor hours and cost was 257,400